Hi everybody, nice to have you here. Henrik here, Vilnius Permaculture. So, today, very cool subject. Small and slow solution is one of the key principles of permaculture. So, I will go into deep into this, and with the help of this place where I am, I will try to explain one aspects of it. So, where are we? We are down in a hole, so a little bit wetland down here. So it's like a small hole. And behind me here, I have a mini valley. So what's happened here is that the wind comes in and all the particles stops here and fall down. Also with leaves and the fertilizer from the neighbor and his topsoil and everything that's happened over there on his land, it comes down here and lands here in this small hole, bottom of this valley. Also the water comes here, comes from the valley and floats down here and stays here. And when it gets too much, it floats away a bit over there into the small river and leaving. And that, of course, I don't like. So that's one part of why I'm down here and digging. So, and you see, here is also a lot of trees and bushes and so on. They fall the leaves in the autumn and it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't, the wind doesn't take it here. So everything falls down here. So we have a fantastic energy pocket down here. There's so much nutrients in the land. But like I said, the water filled up during the winter when the snow comes, it stays here and fills up. So this area here is most of the year underwater. So all this goodie, all this organic matter don't get used. It's just staying here. So it's like a bank account with 2%. Worthless. Nature can't get it because there's no oxygen here. So there is no use of all this organic matter. So I'm down here digging it up. So digging here and take it up to my garden and use it. And suddenly nature or me, I can use all this organic matter as fertilizer and energy for my plants, my vegetables and trees and so on. And it also, are digging a hole so it collect more water. So now more water can stay here and less water float away when there comes a lot of water. So it's also good for that. And you see, I have a spade and a wheelbarrow. So I go here up and down and working. And does it go fast? No. Is it hard work? Yes. Does much happen? Yeah, a little bit. So I am improving the system here, the permaculture system here. But with how much? Maybe 1 promille, 1/1,000 every day. That's not much, Oh, it's so little. But you see, I'm still smiling. I'm so happy. I have no problem with that. 1 promille. Yeah, that's actually 36.5% a year. So it's okay. But 36.5% of what? Yeah, remember that. So this is the first part of this slow and small solution. Just remember 1 promille here now. It's so little. So I do this, but this is what I do, me as a human, with my labor. Now we will check part 2 of the equation, but we do it up in the garden. So part 2 of slow and small solution. So now I've come up here from the hill. I am in the small garden, and here is my wheelbarrow with this clay soil, black soil I got from down the hole there. And I spread it out here, and will use it later to plant vegetables in it. Now, I improved the permaculture system here with 1 little, percent, promille every day. But now I take it up here and make it useful for my plants and my trees here. Quince here, apple tree, and so on, pumpkins, and so on. So here now, what will nature do with all this clay? So what is growth? Well, it's solar, sun, water, minerals in the soil, and it's CO2 in the air. And when we look at growth, we see that only 2-3% comes from the soil. It only needs so little, the rest happens in the air. So normally that is 50 times happened, 50 times more happened with this little. So suddenly I come with my tiny little promille, put the soil here, and now nature explodes in it and built. So from 1 kilo, I get 50 kilo of growth. So suddenly it's not small anymore, it's much. But I did not so much. I just do my work, but I had to do it. So now it's not 1 promille more. So this is the fantastic. We do inputs and check these inputs. I go down there, I dig a little, I put it up here, and now nature takes over. Nature do their job. And the fantastic thing is to sit or be in your permaculture system and see this explosion, see this happen, see all these phenomena that start to take place that you don't have much control over. Well, you have control. If you grow carrots, you will get carrots. But there is also other things that happens. So nature use energy 4.7 times. They circulate in the system normally. So it's a huge amount of energy that nature do. It's so much more efficient than any human system, which is 12%. Come on, from oil and so on. We use more oil to take it up than we get. So when you do this and you start circles, it gets more and more and more. And here is another thing to think about. Now this year I take up, let's say I take up 10 cubic meters. Next year I don't need to take up 10 cubic meter for the same spot here, because organic matter stays. You don't use up everything in a year. It takes 5-6 years. So for 5 years I will have this compost working here now, and I just have to add little. So next year I don't have to do that job. So then I can put my 1 promille of work somewhere else, and that expands. So can you imagine how much with your little small input in the right place creates a lot of abundance? And that is so cool. So therefore I have no problem with my small promille. I go here working, I see my little hole down there, and I dig and I see it's so tiny. But I know with this soil, if I put 200 beans in that soil next year, and everybody give 50 parts, which is 5 beans, come on, 50,000 beans. 50,000 beans. So, yeah, I wonder how my stomach will feel about that, but that's another story. So, small and slow solution. One part of it. There are many parts. This is one part of this fantastic principle. So the more we go into this principle and we start to analyze and we see, it gets more and more, magical. Wonderful. Have a nice day.